What's up to anyone who sees this? I was watching some Luna and some Goblin Xcode. I love their story times and everything, right? Go check them out if you haven't, cause they're pretty amazing. They're funny as hell. Just chill and smoke and watch some videos and all that, right? But so I was watching them. I got to thinking, I've got some pretty good stories, like on par with some stories that they've got. So I might, I'll make a couple of videos, see how they do. So this story is the 80-gram vape, or 80 milligram vape juice, sorry. This took place, like a few years ago. I was probably in 7th grade. Don't be like me, all right? Don't be like me or my friends. But I was in 7th grade, so I was probably 12 or 13 at the time. Yeah, it's bad, but just don't be like us. So I was probably 12 or 13, and me and my friend, I can probably use his name because we're pretty good friends. Me and my friend Eli, right? We just about every day during lunch, we would go and hit he had a Soren Air. Those ones that look like, or not a Soren Air, a Soren Drop, sorry. The ones that look like a little water droplet shape kind of thing, right? And he would always have like different juice every week. So every lunch class or every class that we would have with each other afterwards, we'd go hit his little vape in the bathroom. And this one time, he comes up to me and he goes, "Hey man, I got some new juice." I'm like, "All right." And he goes, "It's not that great tasting, but get ready for this." He goes, "But it's 80 Nick." I said, "Shit, 80 Nick, man. All right, let's let's go hit this shit." So we go into the bathroom, and we gotta scope it out, make sure there's no teachers walking around, because we're not really supposed to be away from the lunchroom at lunchtime. I'm pretty sure that's how it is at most schools. But this was in middle school, so we really weren't supposed to be out of the sight of the teachers. So we're in the bathroom. He goes into the stall. He's hitting this little thing. And he comes out of the stall, and his eyes, man, they're just fucked. Like, they're... he looks like he's dead. He's just standing there. He goes, "Bro, I'm spinning right now." And his face is just, dude, it was just messed up. He did not look right. And I took this as like, oh shit, I'm about to get fucked up off of this. And he hands it to me. I go into the bathroom, or into the stall, and I take a hit off of this. I rip this thing pretty hard. And I feel it immediately. It goes straight to my head. And I'm standing there and I'm spinning. And I sat down, dude. I had to sit down on the nasty-ass school toilet seat. And I hit it again. And I'm like, fuck. I'm really buzzing right now. So I take one more big-ass hit. Don't be like me, alright? Don't be like us. I take the one last big hit. And shit hits the fan real quick. I get the feeling in my stomach that's just not good at all. And I start getting nauseous, and my head starts to pound. And I come out of the stall, and I hand him his vape back, and I'm like, "Dude, I might have overdid it." And he goes, "Well, shit, I guess we'll find out." And he's still spinning his his fucking mind off. And we go back to lunch, and I'm sitting there at the lunch table. I got my head down on the table. The whole world is just spinning in circles. Like when you get to that special kind of drunk where the whole world just starts spinning, you start getting nauseous. It's not a good time. If you know what I'm talking about, then you know what it's like. But I'm super nauseous, and the worst possible class to have next. I had PE. And I go to PE, my head feels like someone is constantly just smacking me in the side of the head with a hammer. And my head is pounding. I can hear my heartbeat in my head. That's how bad it was. So I'm trying to do the least amount of physical movement as possible in PE, which my PE teacher, she was this like old, like, I don't even know if she was fat. She might have just been muscular, but I definitely think she had some fat going on there, you know. But she was this, she was so, just such a bitch all the time. Constantly talking about her, like, mission trips to Uganda, like she was saving the world and everything. And we'd all just kind of laugh at her because she didn't do it for charity or anything. She just, like, I mean, she did it for churches, but she would talk about it like she was, you know, just the greatest person ever, just one of those people, you know. So she's like telling us about some mission trip that she went on, and her this kid that she knew and all that, and none of us are paying attention. I'm just sitting there like, I had my eyes closed, my hands are like on the sides of my head, you know, I'm holding my head. And she looks at me and she goes, "Colin, you all right?" I'm like, yeah, I'm good. And she goes, "You don't look all right. Do you need to go to the nurse?" And I'm like, "Nah, I'm good, you know." So what am I gonna say? Like, oh, you know, oh, I got a headache. Well, so what? So what if I got a headache? Oh, I got a stomach ache. So what? This is before COVID and everything, so they would have just given me some, like, Advil or something. But then you have to call home. It was stupid. It was so hard just to get, like, ibuprofen at our school. But you know, we get on with PE, and I'm basically doing nothing. I'm kind of just standing there the whole time. I got the shittiest grade for that day, and I think that was the second to last class of my day. I think my next class was art, thankfully, and I just sat there with my head down. The world wasn't really spinning anymore. Obviously, you know, it had kind of passed, but my head and my stomach were just absolutely obliterated. It was awful. So I get home, take some Advil, and I passed out. You know, that's the end of that day. You know, I never did that again. I didn't hit his 80 Nick again because he went home and he changed out the pod. I texted him and I was like, "Dude, that's too much. Too much." And he agreed, you know. So he changed out back for some like 60 or 50, which, don't vape. It's not good for you, especially at that age, you know. At 13, you don't got to be doing stuff like that, you know. Going out skating with your friends, riding bikes. Just be a normal kid. Don't get into shit that early. So, yeah, the moral of this is just nicotine is bad. Don't do nicotine. Don't vape. Don't smoke cigarettes. None of that. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. You know, anyone that actually listened to this, I hope you enjoyed it. I've got some more stories. You know, if you saw this, you liked it, let me know in the comments if you want any more, because I got a ton of stories. So, yeah, I'll see you guys next time.